And we say good morning to you. Welcome. We are broadcasting live. We're on the road again today at the Jewelers Bench on this Tuesday, September the 13th. We're awful excited to be here for a couple of reasons. Number one, because we love the Jewelers Bench. And number two, and maybe not, doesn't mean a hill of beans to you, but to me, it's a big deal. Today is show number 1700. We started this voyage, 7 years ago? So we thought we'd come to hang out with number 1700, the Jewelers Bench, with John and Sherry and Lisa and Miss Ann. So thank you for being with us here again on this Tuesday, and that's where we are, broadcasting live, of course. And so it's, as I said, probably don't mean a hill of beans to you. It's like another day, but to me, for 1,700 shows, and started out in a spare bedroom with a clunky computer and a clunky camera and a clunky headsets, and just took off. I thought I'll try this for a little while. If it doesn't work, we'll do something else. And so it's okay. We're rolling with it, and we are into, as we said, number 1,700. Our quest is 2,000. After that, don't know what I'm going to do, but that's our goal, is to get to another 300 shows, and then after that, we'll see if we're going to do this or do something else. But anyway, thank you for being with us. We got a couple of birthdays today. Jacqueline Bissett having a birthday. Jacqueline Bissett, back in the day, that was one of the ladies that everybody wanted to go when we were a little bit younger, to go see her in a movie called The Deep. So Jacqueline Bissett is 78 today. Peter Cetera, the singer of Chicago, having a birthday, 78. And Jean Smart, funny lady, used to be on Designing Women, among other shows she was on. Jean Smart having a birthday, 71. And those are the birthdays again on this Tuesday, September the 13th. Countdown to Christmas at 103 days till Christmas. Can you believe that? I believe it's right. 103. Where's my phone? I want to double check. Yeah, what do I do with my telly? Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. Anyway, I'll check. I'm pretty sure it's 103 is the countdown to Christmas. So anyway, we're live here. Coming up, we're going to be joined by, of course, Sherry and John will join us. We're also going to be joined by Joseph Taylor, Malvey Hall Nursing Home. Also going to be joined by Drew Rice, head football coach, and now the 5th-ranked Unicoi County Blue Devils. The polls are out this week, and so we will, again, we got everybody moving up, looks like, so it's a good thing, our local teams. And also going to be joined by Ryan Presnell, our dear friend. Of course, he's the reason I'm in Elizabeth and doing ball games now, so we're going to get him on and let him talk. He'll be our color commentator Friday night for the Cyclones and the Granger Grizzlies. All that and a whole lot more. Let's get it cranked. Here we go. Here are the Kingdom Heirs of the National Anthem on show number 1700 on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show live with the Jewelers Bench. We'll get John on here in a few moments. He's back here doing jewelry repair. And we'll get Sherry on a little bit later on. I think Lisa's going to make a little cameo too. Said she would. So it is. And so I was supposed to check and see. And I didn't. And that was my bad. So, oh, gosh. What did I do with my phone for the second time? Good Lord. Well, here it is. If it had been a snake, it would have bit me. All right, let's double check. I want to make sure. I'm 99% sure that we are. Mm-hmm. How many days until Christmas? Here we go. 103. I was right. 103 days till Christmas. So there you go. And there'll be folks coming in here, I'm sure, before it's all said and done, starting to lay away things, and it would make perfect sense to do that. So, again, let's see what's going on in the polls. First off, in 6A football, Murfreesboro, Oakland, number 1. Dobbins been at number 4 this week in the state, up 3 notches. Number 4, we'll talk to Coach Christian a little bit later on. DB at number 4. It's Oakland, Collierville, Maryville, and Dobbins, Bennett, and Germantown in that order. In 5A football, Page, Knox West, Springfield, Munford, and Nolensville. Daniel Boone up to number 6 in the state. In 4A, Greenville stays at number 1. The top 5 there, Greenville, Anderson County. We'll see them next week. Greenville, Anderson County, Haywood County, Red Bank, and Marshall County. In 3A football, your top 5, Alcoa, East Nashville, Covington, Giles County, and the Blue Devils of Unicoi County. We'll talk to Coach Rice top of the hour. He and the Blue Devils, number 5 in the state. Chucky Doe gets an honorable mention, by the way. Congratulations to the Black Knights. In 2A, Hampton at number 1 in the state. Hampton, Tyner County, Union City, Huntington, and Harpeth are your top 5 in 2A. Then in single A football, you have McKenzie, Fayetteville, Memphis, Science and Engineering, Dresden, and Peabody, your top 5 in 1A football. So there you go. That is your rankings. Again, 6A, Dobbins at number 4. 5A, Daniel Boone's number 6. 4A, Greenville, number 1. 3A, Unicoi County, number 5. And in 2A, Hampton, the number 1 team in the state for the Hampton Bulldogs of Coach Lunsford. So good stuff there. Congratulations to all those teams playing some obviously very good football because they're recognized statewide for what they've done so far. All right, soccer from last night. It was Chucky Doak and Elizabethton playing to a 1-1 tie. That was last night. And volleyball from last night, you have Unicoi County defeating Cochia. Johnson County beat Hampton 3-0. Science Hill beat Gate City's ladies 3-0. Crockett 2-0 win over Morristown West. Tennessee High and Brethren volleyball beat Westridge 3-2. Daniel Boone beats Sullivan East 3-0, and Greenville defeats Elizabethton 3-0. And so we've got one tonight. We've got Sullivan East coming to Elizabethton. This will be a good one. They're right in the middle of the pack, both teams. East at 4-2, and the Lady Cyclones at 2-4 at Streams, and we'll go on air. 6:15 with a 6:30 first serve, I believe it is tonight. The Lady Cyclones and Sullivan East from John Treadway Gym. So we'll have volleyball for you tonight. Thursday, T.A. Duggar, undefeated T.A. Duggar takes on Indian Trail. We'll have that one for you at 5:15. And then Friday night, it'll be the Granger Grizzlies coming to town. The Cyclones will take on Granger. Again, 7 o'clock airtime, 7:30 kickoff coming up on Friday night. We're live here again at the Jewelers Bench, show number 1700. We'll be right back after this from one of our great sponsors, Making It Go. The good folks from Carter County Bank. You're watching show number 1700 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at the Jewelers Bench.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Elizabethton FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education. It's more than learning about cows. It's becoming the problem solvers for the next generation. We are the future biologists, chemists, computer programmers, journalists, teachers, electricians who will feed our future. By creating a family atmosphere, the Agriculture Department, especially FFA, can become your home away from home. Through contests, leadership events, fun trips, and chapter activities, FFA is a great way to learn about the world while developing yourself into the best person you can be. We invite you to enroll in an ag-based course and be active in Elizabethton FFA. We'll save you a seat.
To mom this hard, you delegate. Kate, that bathroom's not clean yet. Jimmy, I need help with the dishes, big guy. I delegate like a mother, and I let Food City do the grocery shopping for me. With Go-Kart Curbside Pickup, I tell them what I need and how I like it. I order everything online and pick it all up curbside. With Go-Kart, I'm taking motherhood to a whole nother level.
Mother like no other, only at Food City.
Need help finding that perfect gift? Jeweler's Bench provides the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices, providing unique jewelry for all occasions. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays sparkle. Always remember, you get more for your money at the Jeweler's Bench.
From our family to yours, we would like to thank you for supporting our business for over 20 years.
And as always, we wish you a
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live here again at the Jeweler's Bench. Look who stopped by.
Congratulations, Tom.
Well, thank you.
You're
it's
welcome.
Awesome. It's awesome. Love it, love it, love it. That's a lot of talking. In fact, I told Mrs. Simmerly, I went back and 1,700 shows at 2 hours a day. It's 3,400 shows, and I broke it all down anyway. It ends up I have talked literally 4 months.
Wow.
Night and day for over 7 years. So it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway, we're here at the Jeweler's Bench, show number 1,700. Probably doesn't mean a thing to you out there, but, you know, I started this in a spare bedroom, and I thought I'll try this for a little while. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to doing something else, get back on the radio, whatever. So we're hanging. I
think it's pretty great when you're told it couldn't be done.
Oh, I get told. I just got told that last week. This is not going to work. I said, okay. Because now we're on YouTube. It's not going to work on YouTube. I said, okay.
Okay.
They told me it wasn't going to work on Facebook, and now they're telling me it's not going to work on YouTube. By the way, we got a Facebook sent our notice from the football game Friday night. Had over 13,000 views, so thank you for the football game. And that was listed on Facebook. YouTube was like up over 250 views on YouTube, so doesn't mean a thing to you, I know, but for me, we're pretty proud. We have 13,000 people all over this country watching cycling football. A lot of them are here. A lot of them are out of town, too. We had 15 states represented Friday night. So
pretty great.
Yep. We love them Cyclones. We love promoting these kids. I mean, and here's the thing. I mean, I tell people this all the time. Friday night, Daniel Boone's kids got the publicity, too. It wasn't just the screen's not just for Elizabeth. And tonight we're doing volleyball, so Sullivan East girls can get the same publicity as Elizabeth and girls. It's all about our kids, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's all about our kids.
That's all we do it for.
That's
the
it.
Kids.
That's it. It's not about me. It's not about her. It's about these youngins. That's our future. So,
yep.
Anyway, we got show and tell.
We do have show and tell. We're going to do birthstone stuff right now.
Birthstone today. So
birthstone today.
All right. Now, again, we'll just go ahead and preface it. You need to come in and see this. My little camera right up there where the camera is, top of this computer, is not going to do this justice. So, by the way, I have bought rings here. I have bought cross necklace here. I bought a Pandora's bracelet here. I bought, what was the Beauty and the Beast? The little Pandora charm and the bracelet?
That was the, sorry. That was the rose in the
hourglass.
Yeah.
The Beauty and the Beast. Bought that here. Probably going to buy some more stuff here before it's all said and done. Rings and whatever it takes. We got watches. Never bought a watch here yet, but you got the watches. So, I bought Naked Bee from here.
Yep.
The Orange Blossom, is that what's the
Orange Blossom Honey?
Orange Blossom Honey. Yep, that's a big hit. So,
yeah.
Anyway, when I come to shop at when I come to do shows at Jeweler's Bench, I can stand by what they do and what they have because I believe in it. She cleans my rings, so there you go. All right. So anyway, I'm not just down here beating my gums, as my dad used to say. I believe in the product, so this is where I shop. All right.
Thank you, and we believe in you.
Yeah, I know you do. I appreciate that very much. It's kind of a good win-win thing. So
yeah.
All right. So we'll start here and go this way.
So you're going that way?
Yeah. Well,
and some of these have been sold. So.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
They're gone.
Yep. Some of them are gone. So these are sterling silver birthstone necklaces with CZs, and they are $135. We have sold the February
amethyst,
which is amethyst. Yes. What else? We've sold. Looks like November. But I can always. We'll probably get more in before. Well, not probably. We will get more in before Christmas.
103 days, by the way. So,
stresses me out.
Yeah, well, stresses everybody out. But yeah, and I know folks are already starting to look at it and start thinking. And
They are. We've already had some things in layaway.
have you really?
Oh, yeah,
That's
for
awesome.
Christmas.
That's
Yep.
awesome. So
It
these are
is.
the birthstones. Again, the sterling silver price point again is $135.
135.
Yeah. And all right, this one here would be aquamarine.
That one actually is blue topaz.
Good, I'm wrong. Okay,
That one's for December.
okay. This one
Okay,
is
and that one's November.
November.
So that one's topaz
topaz. All right, this one is
for citrine. That one is for October, and it's probably like a pink eye stone because
Okay.
they try to keep the price down on certain ones. That one would be peridot. These are all created, by the way, created stones.
okay.
That one would be for.
Okay,
I just got a blank.
that is
April, May. That's June.
June. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Emerald in May.
Emerald in
That's
May.
my month. I know that. Okay, this one would be
That one would be April.
April.
So-
Aquamarine.
No, that would be a CZ. So
CZ.
because April's usually diamond.
Right.
That one would be an aquamarine
Marine.
for March.
March, and then this one is.
That one's a garnet for February. I mean January. Sorry.
So there you see a little bit of a bling, but again, please don't let this camera go. Gosh, it's not very bright or not sparkly because this camera, there it is. There's your camera. There it is. It is what it is. So please come in and take a look at these, and you do. $135 on these, ready to walk out the door, so you can lay them away, get them now. And so,
Yep.
as John says, good time now to lay away because you made little payments all the way through instead of coming in here and blowing out and making a couple of big payments in November, December. Because we have layaway. Explain layaway.
Yeah, we
here.
have layaway. You can come in, layaway, whatever you want, and we pretty much give you as much as time as you need as you're making a month. You know, as long as you're making a monthly payment.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have it in there for however long you need it.
Yep, we're easy to get along with.
Very easy to get along with.
When you come in here, once you come in here, like John Holslaw says he's right, and Sherry does too, your family. So there you go. All right.
Right.
Now, this is a whole lot easier to show because it's up and down, and there we go. We'll start at the top.
Yep.
Get up there and tell me about these rings, would you
So
please?
these are birthstone rings in white gold. We've got all the months in right now. These are brand new. Prices will vary just a little bit once you get into the emerald looking ones, the sapphire and all that. The emerald, sapphire, those are created,
Mhm.
but they do vary a little bit. So let's see. I'm gonna pull out the January one, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So these in white gold, $479, and then this would be a genuine garnet.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go pull. I like this March with aquamarine. Man,
You
that's
like
a-
aqua, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I'm kind of an aqua
Oh well,
kind of dude.
actually, these are all the same. Must be thinking on a different set.
Look at that. That's pretty. Got a little bling to it. I like it. Got a lot of bling
Yep.
to it.
Aqua's my birthstone.
Is it really?
Yeah,
All right. There you go.
love it.
What month was John born?
John was born in May.
Oh, that's right. You and I
Emerald.
share the same birthday month. We're Emerald boys,
Yep.
Mr. Holtzclaw and I. So he is going to come be on the show, isn't he?
He is.
He's not responded yet, so I'm thinking Mrs. Holtzclaw will encourage him to come be on the show.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, there you go. So these go price point are different.
No, well, actually, they're all the same. I was wrong. I was thinking of another set I've got, but $479.
There you go. $479, folks. Walk out the door with these. You can lay them away. 103 days till Christmas. Okay, we'll be here next month too, I guess, won't we? Yes.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
so.
I hope so too. Unless the Lord takes me home, and at that point, I won't matter. So, I need to do the verse
Well, I
today.
hope
Well,
that
you're
don't
doing
happen.
that. Let me get the verse today up here. This
Okay.
is a really cool verse. I got a brand new one. I went digging around and got me a new one out of the book of Psalms. We always dedicate our show to the man that hung on the cross. And let's see. Psalm 16:11 says, now check this out. Psalm 16:11 says, "You will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand there are pleasures forevermore." Whew. Wow. "You will show me the path of life. If you let him, he'll guide you. In your presence is fullness of joy." So you should be happy because if you have him in your heart and you kick the bucket, you're gone. It won't matter. At your right hand there are pleasures forevermore. He's going to take care of you. He promises that. So there you go. That's the verse today, Psalm 16:11. All right, so more bracelets. Necklaces.
These
I
are
mean?
necklaces.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. We've sold one of them. I've got the garnet one somewhere. I just haven't put it on yet. But anyway, these are in white gold. They match the rings, and they are $269.
There you go. Again, don't let this camera sell you. Come in here and see them under the lights. We got much better lighting than this camera on the computer, so that's just the way it is. So
Prettier in person.
prettier
always.
in person. That's always. All right, let's
Yep.
do this one. We got Joseph Taylor coming up at the bottom of the hour. Also, we got Drew Rice, head football coach of the 5th-ranked Unicoi County Blue Devils, going to join us. Ryan Presnell's going to join us. Okay, got customers. I love it.
Yep.
Love customers in September at the jewelry store.
It's always good.
Always good.
This is rubies in yellow gold. This is a new set that I just got in for Christmas. The earrings, I'll have to look at the prices.
You can see she's wanting to grab like.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Earrings are $4.99. Necklace is $3.79.
Okay.
And it's got some little diamonds on the hooks right there at the top.
Mm-hmm. There's that. Good.
So they dangle.
There's
Very
a-
pretty.
All right, let's get this up. I can reach it easier than you. All right, this was a
And then those are sapphire. So
sapphires.
month of September, which is the month we're in now. It's my twins' birthstone.
Really?
They had their 14th birthday on Saturday.
It's awesome. Growing up on you
Yeah, they are. Fast.
fast,
Very fast.
more than we want to, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Have they hit the We Know It All stage yet?
They've hit that a long time ago. Don't
But-
they all?
My daddy said when they turn from like 15 to 22, you're an idiot. You won't know anything. As far as parents or grandparents, it's like you won't know squat.
Yeah.
So just accept it.
Yep.
You're stupid and dumb, don't know anything. And then about 22, they go, you know what? They're smarter than we thought they were.
Yeah.
They got it together. So anyway, you've hit that phase. I understand.
Yep.
So it's part of it. So this is blue sapphire, correct?
Right?
Yeah. I'm learning these jewels and these stones. So,
You're doing good.
well, I don't know if I'm doing good, but I'm learning.
It's our little mascot
Yeah.
back there barking. Here's another sapphire set, and it's got diamonds in the necklace and probably the earrings too.
Yep.
So all this is in white gold with sapphires, and then price-wise, I'll have to check it too.
Yeah. Joseph Taylor joins us coming up. We're talking Tennessee football and also some Cyclone football. We're live here again at the Jewelers Bench. Hello, Reba Whitehead. How you doing, lady? Thank you for being with us. And we're here again at the Jewelers Bench, broadcasting live, show number 1700.
So necklace is $4.99. Earrings are $3.99.
$399. So
Yep.
you're talking less than $1,000. You can be out of here with those. So
Or actually, earrings are $2.99. Sorry,
Yeah.
read that wrong.
it's even better. So,
Yeah,
So
it is.
There's those. Okay. Then we'll come in here and do another one here. Then we're going to let. She's going to come back. Oh, we got some earrings too to talk about
I
real
got
quick.
another set.
Yeah.
Real quick. $3.59. So here's another sapphire set.
Mm-hmm. All right. There you
Earrings are $3.59, and pendant I think was $2.99.
go. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
beautiful.
There's more, folks. All right. And of course, this is the tip of the iceberg. What we got here's our last thing to show you. These are earrings, and these go for $9.39. All right. Tell us about these.
So those have sapphires and diamonds and are in 14 karat white gold.
Wow, look at that. That is
Yeah,
gorgeous.
they're beautiful.
They
Love
are.
them.
Yeah. That will turn some heads. You walk in the room.
Yeah.
For a lady, have those in your ear.
Yep.
Have your hair pulled back so they can see them. Oh, yeah.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
I also have a cross that matches it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous. So $9.30. They see the price tag on it right there. Layaway's available, folks. So all this, of course, we'll accept cash, credit cards, checks.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Why? Okay, before we take off, and Joseph's coming up next, you're coming back here in a little while. Why the Jewelers Bench? A lot of jewelry stores in the Tri-Cities. Why the Jewelers Bench?
Why the jeweler's bench? Because for one, everything stays here. We don't farm anything out. As long as we don't have to, we do watches some.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that. But you can trust it. We put it in the safe at night. We're honest.
Mm-hmm.
And John does good work.
He does great work. Yep.
Yeah.
Once you're here, you're family.
Yep.
Yep. And folks, in fact, these ladies came in a while ago. Lisa called them out by name. I mean, you know these people.
Yeah.
So once you come in the first time, it's not just another face. You mean something to you.
Yeah.
You understand that customers are the bread and butter making it go. They don't come through the door.
Without them, we're nothing.
That's it. We'll be shutting the doors and working at Chick-fil-A. Me and you back in the fries, and John will be doing chicken, and Lisa will be doing milkshakes. There you go. So, by the way, the Autumn Spice milkshake, the new one out of Chick-fil-A, primo. Had it again last night. Whew, good stuff. All right, come back in a little while.
Yeah.
All right. Show number 1700. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be right after this. One of our great sponsors, good folks from Cannon Dental. You're watching the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at the Jewelers Bench. Joseph Taylor's next, talking Tennessee football.
I'm Dr. Beth Cannon with Cannon Family Dental. I've been in practice here for going on 11 years now. Cosmetic dentistry is definitely one of my favorite aspects of what I get to do. Being able to change someone's appearance and how they feel about themselves is such a rewarding aspect of my job. When you get to see somebody start to cry when they look in the mirror for the first time and they're seeing their new smile, it makes everything worth it. Because a lot of people, don't smile because they're not happy with the way their teeth look. And it might be something as simple as just changing the shade of their teeth or just changing the shape or size. There's a lot of things we can do cosmetically that are not too invasive to really change your overall appearance. We do the whitening, we do a lot of crown and bridge work. If you want a bright white smile, you can absolutely have it. Once we get that process going, of course everyone's a little nervous, like, okay, I'm changing a big part of my life. And honestly, I kind of thought to listen to a patient say, well, I want to do this, my daughter's getting married or my son's graduating from college. I'm having a baby and I want to have really pretty maternity photos done. Can we do something to just make my smile look better? And being able to enhance that experience for patients is just, you just can't describe how it is. When they come back in and you get to see pictures of the wedding or pictures from the trip or whatever has really got them motivated, it's just, I really can't explain it. That's really why I do what I do. So if changing your smile and doing some cosmetic work has been something on your mind, please give us a call. We would love to have you come in so we can take a look and talk to you about having that smile you've always dreamed of.
Hi, this is Big Country, and you're watching my buddy Tom Taylor and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I did. There we go. I did put him on number 4. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live here again at the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton, where, as you saw Sherry's show, got some great jewelry. 103 days till Christmas. Did you tell me before you bought jewelry here too?
Oh yes, sir. I got my wife. So when we got married, she wanted to have rings from her side of the family and my side of the family, and it ended up being a little different. But we brought two rings to John, and he created a new ring. And then when we actually got married, and he put the wedding band on it, came back and he did that too. So yeah, he's done a lot of work for us.
Done a lot of work for me too. He does a great job. John Holtzclaw is awesome at what he does, and so we appreciate him and Sherry and Lisa and Miss Ann and Miss Feathers and Abby and everybody that works here, and even I think I got them all. Even the twins come in and help a little bit sometimes when they're out of school. So
a lot of times when I come in here, when you have me on the show, I'll bring her ring and they'll clean it for free. But I forgot today. I was a bad husband award today.
Yeah. Well, it just gives you another reason to come back down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Tennessee football, they go up to Pitt. I think they struggled. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was out at another game, but 34-27 overtime. What was your take?
So, after last weekend, it's hard to complain about a win because you see Texas A&M losing. Notre Dame losing, Nebraska losing to these teams that they shouldn't lose to. So I am not gonna go in and talk badly about going into a top 25 team on the road and winning. Are there things to clean up? Sure. Hooker missed a couple of throws that he normally doesn't miss. He overthrew his receivers a few times on some throws, but probably just excited at the beginning of the game. Special teams made a couple mistakes, muffed that punt in the fourth quarter, and then Pitt ends up scoring the touchdown to send it to overtime. But, I think when you're a coach, you probably enjoy when you win and make mistakes, because then you can go in and say, look, we can do this, and this better. So I think it's probably the best of both worlds.
Yep, and the mistakes are correctable.
Absolutely.
You overthrow a
100%.
receiver, that means next time you can lock in on him.
Yeah,
better.
absolutely.
There's nothing they did is not going to be corrected, or can't be corrected. So here's the polls. See if you like the new number one is Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson. You okay with the top five?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I have said all along, keep an eye on Clemson. They're sitting there like a Cheshire cat, just very quiet. There's been some jumbling already up the top. Alabama gets knocked off. Georgia now the new number one, but Clemson's sitting there quietly at number 5. Then you have Oklahoma, Southern Cal. Well, the pollsters love Lincoln Riley.
Oh, they sure do.
Me, oh my, they got him up to number 7 in the country. Number 8 is Oklahoma State. Number 9 is Kentucky, and rounding out the top 10, Arkansas. So 4 out of the top 10 this week in the top 25 from the Southeastern Conference.
It's always just the most powerful conference every single year.
Yeah. Big Ten can say what they want. Pac-12, no.
Nah.
At the end of the day, folks, it's the Southeastern Conference.
And goodness, Alabama goes and plays at Texas, and that seemed like an SEC game already. I know that Texas is coming, but goodness gracious, that's just going to make the conference even better.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Top 10, you got to Arkansas, number 11, Michigan State. 12th is BYU. 13th is Miami. 14th, Utah. 15th, Tennessee. You okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, they've played their way into the top 25 for sure.
Number 16, NC State. 17, Baylor. 18, Florida. 19th is Wake Forest. Ole Miss at number 20. Then you have Texas, Penn State, Pitt, Texas A&M, and Oregon. Your top 25 this week. Texas A&M losing, and again, you had my man go back and say we're going to reevaluate everything Jimbo said from top to bottom.
Yeah, and I can't believe they stayed in the top 25 when you lose to an unranked opponent at home. I feel like that should be automatic ejection from the top 25, but what do I know?
Yep. So you got 4, and then you go Tennessee 5, Florida 6, Ole Miss 7, Texas A&M 8. We got 8 teams in the top 25 this
Goodness
week.
Gracious.
4 in the top 10.
A murderer's row. And look at others receiving votes. Marshall.
Yeah.
We are.
Marshall. Oh, I didn't do this. Talk here for just a second. I got to fix something.
Yeah.
That's about Ivy Hall Nursing Home.
Yes, so Ivy Hall, we're still accepting short-term rehab or long-term care. We'd love to have you come stay with us for a little while or long-term.
There we go.
There it is.
I forgot to put it on a while ago.
Yeah.
We are Marshall. There you go. Tilted sideways. All this goofy me. The print sideways.
The print goes up.
I kept thinking my head sideways, but no, print sideways.
You called that last week to me when we were talking. You said, watch out, Marshall's going to go in and do it. And I laughed at you. Sorry about that.
Well, I laughed at myself, too. I'm thinking, I'm really goofy because they don't have a chance. But they did.
Yeah.
And they didn't just – it wasn't a squeaker. They beat them. It was sound.
They absolutely they dominated them.
So they're, and as Joseph said, they're 26th in the country now getting votes. Appalachian State is 28th from another team from our region. So you look at the top 25 games this week. Let's get some of those and see what you think. Let's start with Kentucky and Youngstown State. Probably not.
But, I mean, after last week, who can say? But, I mean, you think Kentucky's going to take care of business.
Georgia at South Carolina, 12 o'clock. Georgia. Yeah. 4th-ranked Michigan, UConn, checkbook game.
Yep.
Let's get the one's going to be good. Number 6, Oklahoma. Number unranked Nebraska. Scott Frost fired because of losing to Georgia Southern. They've got Mickey Joseph, their coordinator now, is the interim head coach. Nebraska's kind of in a tailspin. Can they get things turned around and beat Oklahoma at home?
Not this week.
No. No.
You'd have thought the Georgia Southern game was their game to get back on track. If you're not going to be able to beat Georgia Southern at home and you're paying them, $1.5 million, you're probably in for a long year.
Yeah. So Frost got fired. They get the new guy, Mickey Joseph. Trev Alberts, the AD, says he's probably going to be the permanent coach. They'll have to do a search, obviously, by law. But They say they're really high on this guy to stay there and be the head man. So that's one of those storied programs that's kind of in disarray right now.
Yeah, I can't imagine that they would leave him in as the permanent coach. I feel like if Nebraska's got to bring in somebody proven, like you can't turn it over to somebody who's never coached. In my opinion, knowing what they've went through the last several years, I feel like they're going to have to bring in a big name.
Well, one of the names been kicked around is Stoops from Kentucky. So
yeah,
that's one of those. Of course, they're ninth in the country, which is a lofty place for the Kentucky Wildcat football program, which is good to see for the SEC and good to see for you Kentucky fans too. Number 22, Penn State at Auburn.
Man, Auburn has not looked good this year. That they could be in for a rude awakening.
They're not happy down in Auburn. Not at all with their coach. 20th ranked Ole Miss will be at Georgia Tech. I think Ole Miss takes care of business in Atlanta.
100%.
The ranked game, 12th ranked BYU at number 25 Oregon. So don't know much about either one of those teams, but Oregon, again, wasn't they the one Georgia got a couple of weeks ago?
Georgia killed them.
Yeah.
But BYU, I was kind of keeping up with their game last Saturday against Baylor. They're having some kicking problems. So if it comes down to a kicker, all bets are off for BYU.
Willie and Cy and Jason, the boys, University of Louisiana Monroe will be at number 2 Alabama at 4 o'clock on Saturday. It's a checkbook game, but I think I read where they're going to be in attendance to watch the game, the Duck Dynasty boys.
Well,
so.
And they're coming after Alabama struggled against Texas. It's going to get ugly.
It is going to be ugly. Yep, they're going to be made example of.
Yeah.
Other top 25 games, 19th ranked Wake Forest hosting Liberty. 16th ranked North Carolina State will be hosting the Texas Tech Red Raiders. 3rd ranked Ohio State will take on Toledo. That's a checkbook game. Arkansas, Missouri State, nah. Oklahoma State, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, no. The Cowboys 8th in the country. 18th ranked Florida against South Florida, game or no game?
No game.
No game.
No
All
game.
Right. 23rd ranked Pitt will be Western Michigan. 11th ranked Michigan State will play at Washington. 21st ranked Texas hosting Texas San Antonio. Shouldn't be a game. Number 5 Clemson hosting Louisiana Tech. Shouldn't be a game, I wouldn't think.
I wouldn't think so.
13th ranked Miami will be at number 24 Texas A&M. That could be a good ball game.
That could be, and I think Miami's going to win that game. I don't think Texas A&M is as good as people thought they were going to be, especially offensively. They do not look like they have it together right now.
14th ranked Utah hosting San Diego State. Nah. And then 7th ranked Southern Cal hosting the Bulldogs of Fresno State. Nah.
Tom, I'm going to be honest with you. I did not look at the college football schedule. This is not a very good college football week.
It's an off week.
This is not good.
No. So, Thundering Herd goes to Bowling Green in case you care, because we are Marshall. We're now tracking them, and we've got some folks will call either tomorrow or Thursday from Marshall to talk about it. Nobody probably in East Tennessee gives two hoots about Marshall, but I do. So.
I mean, that's your alma mater, man.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to love them.
Yeah, that's where I got my paper from.
Yeah.
Got my certificate that I passed, like Jethro Bodine, I passed.
So do they still play West Virginia every year? Mm-mm. They don't.
West Virginia stopped playing because they're a bunch of weenies that wouldn't play us. So West Virginia Mountaineers won't play Marshall.
Well,
so shamey.
That is a shame.
It's be a great in-state rival.
Yeah.
And, in reality, Marshall may win once every 7 or 8 years, but they still should play it just for the fan interest in the state.
I mean, those are the two biggest schools in West Virginia.
Yeah.
You'd think they would play each other.
They won't play us.
I gotcha.
So. And I think we've set it up where they would go like 3 years to Morgan Hole, and not Morgantown, it's called Morgan Hole. And then like 1 year they'd come to Huntington, they still wouldn't do it.
3 for 1.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's what I read anyway. I don't know for sure, but anyway, they won't play them. But it is a good point. But no, it is a down week in college football, no question. Having said that, the Akron Zips come to town.
Ooh.
Take on Tennessee, so this should be a butt whooping, shouldn't it?
I mean, Tennessee opened up as a 48-point favorite. You just come in, take care of business, get your starters out, get some backups to reps, and get out and get ready for Florida.
Yeah.
Just take care of business.
Yeah.
And
I'm fairly confident what they're going to do. It's 7 o'clock on Saturday night at Neyland Stadium, so the Zips are coming to town. They're going to get zipped and zapped.
And I tell you, I was most impressed last week watching Tennessee's defensive seven. They got pressure. We talked about last week what didn't we like with the first game, and they weren't able to get a sack. Well, they brought it last week against Pitt, and they knocked the quarterback out of the game. So they were getting there. I think they had the most hurries. I saw it pop up, the most hurries since maybe like 2010 on a quarterback. So they look good defensively, and hopefully they'll be able to get pressure on Akron's quarterback, create a couple turnovers, make it a quick game.
We're live here at the Jewelers Bench, show number 1700. Again, we have 103 days to Christmas, and as Sherry said, she wasn't joking, there's folks in there beginning to already lay away things for Christmas, and that's a smart way to do it. Come in here lay it away now and pay a little along the way instead of coming in right before Christmas and dropping big chunks. I mean, you can if you want to, if you have that, but a lot of folks will come in and just lay them away little by little each month.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a smart way to do it.
Yep. As long as you pay something every month, your
Yep.
layaway's pretty flexible here at the Jewelers Bench, and we're right across the street from Port Travis Deli, one of our great sponsors here, again, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We do have volleyball tonight, the Lady Cyclones in Sullivan East. We'll have that for you again at John Treadway Gymnasium, and we'll go in there at 6:15 with the first serve at 6:30. Then on Thursday night, they've won 15 in a row. The undefeated T.A. Duggar football team will take on Indian Trail at Citizens Bank Stadium. 5:30 kickoff. Mr. Lockhart, the band will be there. It's going to be a great atmosphere. The weather's going to be great, so we're going to stream the football game and catch the band, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. That'll be on Thursday. Then on Friday night, the Cyclone Network, we're pleased. Again, you all don't care one iota about these numbers, but we had 13,000 views on Friday night for a ball game that kept getting interrupted because the Wi-Fi dropped out. Don't even ask me how that got started, but to have the hardline Wi-Fi at ETSU drop out. But it did, and we still had 13,000 views. So thank you. That was on Facebook.
And that the camera that you had for that game and the angle that you had, I know a couple times the window got in the way, but man, that was a clear camera shot. That was a beautiful view of the game.
Great facility broadcast.
I'm going to tell you, I checked something off the bucket list. That's the first time I've ever watched Cyclone football from Chuck E. Cheese. so Emma and I were at Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm walking behind her, going to each game, and I've got you pulled up watching the Cyclones. That was a first.
Watching it at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yep.
Now, is that where they still come out and they open the curtain and they have a little dance? They still have that?
They do, and then they have the actual Chucky mascot that comes out every so often. And then they throw some tickets up in the air. So yeah, it's quite the place.
I had
Chuck E. Cheese.
I had a daughter. She was probably 8 or 9 years old. We go to Chuck E. Cheese and she would flip out. She'd come jump on my lap and say, "Babe, you're 9 years old." And they'd open that curtain, those little guys would start dancing and singing, and she'd do the flip. So they still have that?
Oh, yes, and we have one that's petrified of mascots. Our older one, Catherine, she does not like the mascots. Emma's fine with them, but Catherine is the same way.
Yeah.
Does not like Chucky.
Yep. Married in Georgia. Now, I should tell her people that she's scared of Chuck E. Cheese, but she's hopefully outgrown that. But you were walking around Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese watching the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
That's awesome.
And I was definitely into it, and I had the volume turned up. I didn't have headphones on, so people were probably like, "Why does this guy think he's can just walk around watching videos?" But no, I had you on there. I was watching my Cyclones, but I'd promised Emma I'd take her to do something fun. And when we got in the car, I was like, "Do you want to go watch the Cyclones?" And she's like, "No, Daddy.
No. We're going to Chuck E. Cheese."
So we ended up at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. Did you win some things?
We won some tickets, yes, sir. And then we won several of those little balls out of the little claw machine thing.
Yeah, the claw.
Yeah.
There you go. So it was great dad-daughter night.
Yeah, it was. And so Leslie had Catherine at a play, and Emma's not the play type. So we went to Chuck E. Cheese.
There you go. Good stuff. How's Big Trent Taylor doing down Middle Tennessee State?
He's doing well. He likes it. He's settled into a groove. I think they have their first home game this week, and he gets to dress, as far as I know. And I think Mom and Whitney and my sister and my dad and his wife are all going down. We can't go, unfortunately, because our girls cheer for the junior Cyclones. So,
yep, duty calls.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff, folks. Good stuff. It's all about this quality of life that we have here in Northeast Tennessee and in Elizabeth. Right?
And it's so cool to watch these junior Cyclones too, because they have so much support. There's so many cheerleaders, football players, and then all the stands are usually full. So this town, you couldn't ask for more.
Friday night, actually it's a doubleheader. Thursday night, T.A. Duggar at 5:30, and they're undefeated, taking on Indian Trail out of Johnson City. And we know all you got to do is mention Johnson City or Indian Trail or Liberty Bell, and you know it's going to be a dogfight. So that'll be coming up again Thursday night. Then Friday night, the Granger Grizzlies come to town. They're averaging 33 points a game, giving up 49 points a game. So the Cyclones, they lost last week to Chucky Doug 56-30. Chucky Doug's ranked this week as honorable mention. And so they're a good football team. So Granger will come to town. The Cyclones trying to get healthy and get a big W before we head off to the number 2 ranked team in the state next Friday night at Anderson County. So Friday night, be at the bank, be ready to go. The band's going to be there, cheerleaders. It's going to be it's just a great atmosphere in Friday night football in Elizabeth.
Absolutely. And this, it's nice to have somebody on the schedule that isn't, with 1, 1 or 2 losses.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to play somebody that's had a little bit of a down year like we're in right now. So it's nice to see them on the schedule. It'd be good to see our offense come out, put some points on the board, get a little confidence.
They will. Science Hill, Greenville, and Daniel Boone combined are 10-2.
That's just crazy.
So if you say Elizabethton plays a cream puff schedule, no. Your first 3 opponents are combined 10-2, and 2 of those are ranked. One's number 1, and one's number 6 in the state now. Daniel Boone. So
and Science Hill's going to end up finishing first or second in their conference, most likely.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way the schedule could have been harder is if you replace Science Hill with like a Dobbins Bennett. Like, it's just been and that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Yep.
So.
But not making any excuses.
No.
We got beat fair and square, and so Granger comes Friday night ready to go. It's going to be great atmosphere. And so one of the sponsors you'll hear on this brand new Cyclone Network, we've got 4 cameras ready to go. We're doing this thing totally different. Ronnie Brookshire is going to he's engineering all this, young man who's a graduate of Elizabethton, runs a recording studio in Nashville. So he's behind this effort, and we want to say thanks again to Mr. Van Huss, our superintendent. We call him Coach. Mm-hmm. Also, Dr. Minton, the principal at Elizabethton, Forest Holt athletic director, and everybody all in between. It's going to be a really cool concept. It's like nothing I've ever seen. I'll tell you that.
Elizabethton just has so much support from alumni. I mean, it's just there's so much pride involved in this town and with that school. It's really great to see.
Yep. So it'll be Friday night, 7 o'clock airtime, 7:30 kickoff. Ivy Hall Nursing Home, what's going on there?
Yep, Ivy Hall. We're still hiring folks. We'd love to have you if you're a CNA, LPN, RN. We'd love to have you if you want to work like in dietary, laundry, housekeeping. We're hiring all positions like everybody else.
Do you, like a lot of other industries, gear up for the holidays?
Oh yes, we love Christmas. Well, before Christmas, we have. This is a good time for me to even mention this. In October, if you want to decorate a pumpkin and bring it to Ivy Hall, we'd love to have it. Yeah, we love to get people involved decorating pumpkins and bringing them and putting it out on our front steps out there. We'd love to have you decorate one and just bring it, and we'll put it out and display them all October.
All right, so here's what I want you to do. Get your 2 girls, just get us a pumpkin, and do Tom Taylor Sports or whatever. Just get a pumpkin and put it out there and let them decorate it however they want to with Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Okay, we'll try it.
Will they do that?
Leslie is very crafty. I am not. Yeah. I have no craftiness in my body whatsoever.
No, that's why I'm delegating it to you or somebody.
Yeah. You're a Tom Taylor Sports pumpkin. All right, we'll do our best.
And I'll buy the pumpkin. So
okay.
Tell me where. So I can go up there I can get it at Food City. I get a pumpkin at Food City, or a pumpkin, and let you all decorate. That's in the month of October.
Yep. Starting October 1st. We got some time. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll make that happen. That's cool. Put a Tom Taylor Sports pumpkin on the steps of Ivy Hall Nursing Home.
You got it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, Tennessee, you want to give me a score or close?
I don't think they'll cover the 48 points. That's a lot of points to give up. And really and truly, as a fan, I don't want to see them go out and beat somebody by 50 points myself. I think that's a bit much. So I think Tennessee wins easy, but not 48 points easy.
I'm going to say 44-10,
okay.
Tennessee.
I'll go somewhere in that same range.
Because he'll call off the dogs. So this is one of those chances if you're a coach and you know you're going to thump these guys. And on paper, we should. You got to do it on the field. But this is one of those opportunities they're going, okay, we'll get our seconds in, maybe our thirds, and get these guys some playing time, keep them all happy because we got Florida looming and Alabama looming, and
so next you're already thinking ahead. Let's take care of business. Let's think about Florida. The SEC or CBS has already made it the 3:30 game, so that's a huge game, and I'd love to see Tennessee be able to come out and beat Florida. That would be big for this year.
Yep. But the tune-ups this coming Saturday, get everything lined up and ready to go and get everything worked out, all the bugs out of the system, get ready for the SEC, which is coming, obviously. So
take care of business.
And
think about Florida.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Always a pleasure. This he is really, I count on him a lot when he comes here. He really comes with some great information. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We are live here. Coming up next, we'll check in with Drew Rice, head football coach at Unicoi County. They're up to number 5 in the state. He joins us next. Show number 1700.
He's turned that program around, too.
He has turned it around.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he's a buzz. He's going to be a sought-after coach to move up somewhere.
I would think so.
Yep. Quick break. We'll be right back. Coach Rice joins us next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, number 1700, live at the Jewelers Bench. More from Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. 'Tis the season. Tell us what it's all about here, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance.
It is. It's about asphalt and concrete. Asphalt paving, asphalt striping, asphalt sealing, asphalt crack fill, asphalt maintenance of all sorts, from driveways to basketball courts, sidewalks for concrete and driveways and pads. We've been in business for over 20 years serving the greater Northeast Tennessee area.
Mm-hmm.
So give us a call. We're building up for the year and taking off right now.
323-8726. You make that phone call, you get an estimator coming out to give you an estimate. Step us through that. How does that work?
Well, it's no obligation. So you call our office, and generally we're, next day, 2 or 3 days at most.
Mm-hmm.
We've got two estimators, a maintenance estimator and a paving estimator, and we'll get whichever fits your needs out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's a conversation. We want to hear what you want, see what kind of, what shape your driveway's in, and just give you our recommendations. Sometimes, most of the time, that results in an estimate.
Mm-hmm.
Get a price on what it is for us to come out there and repair it. Sometimes it's just a conversation on, hey, we'll see you in a couple years, or, you don't need any work right now.
323-8726, the number to call. As you heard him say, for no obligation estimate. They'll be out in a couple of days, and they're in, they're out, they're on the way. They go all across the Tri-Cities geographically. They go all the different stops. So wherever you may be, you think maybe we're too far out. Nope, call and see. 323-8726. Social media, how do we find you?
You find us on Facebook, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance.
Yep, and also on the web?
BrackenPaving.com.
There you go. And there it's just that easy, folks. Give these folks a call. Asphalt or concrete, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance, proud sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I'm Dr. Beth Cannon with Cannon Family Dental. I've been in practice here for going on 11 years now. Cosmetic dentistry is definitely one of my favorite aspects of what I get to do. Being able to change someone's appearance and how they feel about themselves is such a rewarding aspect of my job. When you get to see somebody start to cry when they look in the mirror for the first time and they're seeing their new smile, it makes everything worth it. Because a lot of people, don't smile because they're not happy with the way their teeth look. And it might be something as simple as just changing the shade of their teeth or just changing the shape or size. There's a lot of things we can do cosmetically that are not too invasive to really change your overall appearance. We do the whitening, we do a lot of crown and bridge work. If you want a bright white smile, you can absolutely have it. Once we get that process going, of course everyone's a little nervous, like, okay, I'm changing a big part of my life. And honestly, I kind of thought to listen to a patient say, well, I want to do this, my daughter's getting married or my son's graduating from college. I'm having a baby and I want to have really pretty maternity photos done. Can we do something to just make my smile look better? And being able to enhance that experience for patients is you just can't describe how it is. When they come back in and you get to see pictures of the wedding or pictures from the trip or whatever has really got them motivated, it's just, I really can't explain it. That's really why I do what I do. So if changing your smile and doing some cosmetic work has been something on your mind, please give us a call. We would love to have you come in so we can take a look and talk to you about having that smile you've always dreamed of.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 1700 we are today. We're celebrating that. Let's go to the phone. He's there, head coach Drew Rice of the 5th-ranked Unicoi County Blue Devils. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm good, Mr. Taylor. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for checking in with us to go back again and take a look at that big win last week and kind of recap it. Who played well for the Blue Devils last week in your big win?
Yes, sir. I thought we played really well up front on both sides of the ball. Against a really well coached and tough team in Happy Valley, and thought Nehemiah really ran it well. Caleb Pelez kind of gave us does what Caleb does and gave us some bursts there at times when we needed it. So, just proud of how our guys played.
Absolutely. So you go to the Warriors Hill, and what was the turning point of the football game? What point did you realize Unicoi County is going to have the muscle to kind of get this taken care of last Friday night?
I don't know if I ever had it, to be honest with you, Mr. Taylor. I guess, it being a rivalry game, and like I said, it never we said after the game that was the closest 35-point game we'd ever been in, for whatever reason. But it was it was close there, and again, I mean, really the game was a lot closer than the score led on to be. I think that's really how probably their last 3 games have been. And just for whatever reason, it's that's how it's kind of turned out. But I felt like we did enough there to get it done, and we were able to control the line of scrimmage there in the second half when we had to. So I guess neither than I think he had like a 60-yarder to kind of seal the deal there for us. Felt like.
I know this is a crazy question. You're 5th in the state. You keep going up in the polls. Are you getting better each week? I mean, do you feel like your football team you haven't peaked yet? You don't want to peak at this point, but do you feel like you guys are making improvements every Friday night?
I hope so. I think we had some, we had some sloppiness Friday night that we hadn't really had. But inevitably that's going to happen, throughout the year. So, we've kind of taken some things from that game that we can work on and clean up. And, but, I think defensively for sure we probably are. Cause like I said, I feel like those guys, have really played well. And, I think, our defensive staff has done a really good job of putting our kids in good position, to be successful. So I certainly hope we haven't peaked. That's certainly not the goal. I hope, every week we continue to improve, and we pride ourselves on in the weight room and things like that. So we're constantly challenging our guys in there, even though it's during the season that really doesn't change a lot for us and how we lift. And the hope is when you get into region play like we're into now, and October and playoffs and everything else, that like you said, continue to improve, continue to get stronger, and just kind of ready for whatever the season brings.
Season brings a conference or a regional opponent this Friday night. Claiborne, give us a scouting report on this football team. It counts. It's inside they all count, but this is inside the region, so
sure.
you got to get these. So give us a scouting report on Claiborne, would you please?
Yes, sir. So they, Coach Medlin's been there, I guess, as long as I've been here, for, I guess it's my 6th year. I believe it's his 6th year as well. So, they run a split back veer, and they do a great job at it. And, they run the outside veer really well, and it hits really quick. So, if you're not right there at the right moment, it's liable to be a house call. So they've got some kids in the backfield that can really run and really go. And, we haven't seen what I would call a true option team yet this year. So I think that brings, a certain amount of challenges that we've got to be ready for, and we've got to play really disciplined on the defensive side of the ball. So we're going to have to be ready for that.
Region 1 5A, Chucky Doaks 1-0, West Green's 1-0, Unicoi County. This is your regional opener. Claiborne's 0-1, and Johnson County's 0-1. So you're right there. You've played. This is going to be your first regional game, and so you got them at home Friday night. Anytime you can play somebody at home in the region, it's an advantage to you, is it not?
Oh yes, sir. Of course, yeah. And like I said, we take a ton of pride in our stadium and our facilities, and our surface, and we're proud of we got a grass surface, and think it's really really nice and well maintained, and it's homecoming this week, so that brings some challenges there as far as distractions and things like that. But at the same time, you feel like there should be a good crowd, and some people come in for that usually maybe not be able to make it to every game, so that part of it's exciting. So just a number of things going on this week that we're going to have to navigate.
Yep. Every year come homecoming season, which we are now in the homecoming season between now usually to the end of October, as most of these teams will have homecoming. So I ask us every year, some coaches, I think you've already answered it, some coaches are okay with it. Some coaches realize it's part of the homecoming and high school experience to have homecoming and the dance and the queen and all that, and everybody gets revved up and razzed up. And then some coaches say, wish we didn't have it because it's just a big distraction of our football team. So where does Coach Rice settle in on that? You for it or against it?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's, I think for the community, I think for alumni, I think for parents, I think for truly everyone involved, it's great and it's awesome. But now, like I tell our guys, our 70 guys, it's a region football game. We're going to prepare to win for. So I think it's awesome, and I think it gets tons of people involved, and again I think it brings alumni back, and I think it's great for the community. The girls and the pads, all that stuff is great. But for our guys, like I tell them every year, our goal is to go win a football game, and the rest of it doesn't really pertain to us. So and I don't mind it. I mean, like I said, it's that's just part of it. That's colleges have homecoming. It just is what it is. But you just got to lean on your preparation and trust you guys to be mature enough to handle it, and block out any distractions and go about it just like you go about any other week.
Good point, my friend. Great report. Thanks as always, Coach. We'll talk to you next week. Sure appreciate you being on the show. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Yes, sir. Good man right there. Drew Rice, head coach of the 5th-ranked Unicoi County Blue Devils. We'll take a look at all the games, who's playing where right after this break. We're live at the Jewelers Bench in Elizabeth and show number 1700 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show with one of our great sponsors, Jeremy Livesey with Home. Love to have him come talk about homes and how he can get you a home sold from Loan Depot, loandepot.com. So here we go. Tell me about it. What's going on right now with Loan Depot?
Right now we're doing very well as far as the number of closings we have. The market right now it's a little crazy. I mean, it's still a seller's market. People are still hesitant to buy. Rates are going up a little bit, so less buyers on the market, so sellers can pretty much get whatever they want. Yeah.
Products you offer through Loan Depot?
We have
lots
of. It's thousands actually, but our main are conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, and starting I think next month we're going to start doing home equity lines of credit, which will be good because in case you live under a rock right now, everybody's house is worth more than they were 3 or 4 years ago, and it might be a smart thing to tap into some of that equity and do some upgrades, plan for retirement, go on a vacation.
Yep.
Spend it on your grandkids.
There you go. LoanDepot.com, exactly. Spend on your kids or your grandkids.
Yeah.
Again, we're here talking to our buddy Jamie lives at Loan Depot. So get me started. Of course, you're the only Loan Depot in the Tri-Cities that starts and stops with you. So step me through the process. I'll make the phone call, and what do we do from there?
9 times out of 10, we do speak to the person over the phone real quick just to get their, I like to get their story, what's going on, how they're wanting to set up the file and all that stuff. And then I shoot them a text with a link. They do the online application. It takes them about 15 minutes. Comes straight back to me. Then I set everything up. If I have any more questions, I'll just give them a call. And usually after that, I just send out their pre-approval letter, or not, depending on the situation.
But most of the time, you get them approved.
Oh yeah, I mean we're pretty lenient when it comes to the mortgage side of it as far as credit goes. And really, unless there's just something huge out there, there's not too many reasons to get denied.
Yep.
But those people already know it before they even call you. Usually.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
LoanDepot.com. So what you pride yourself on is being lightning quick.
Yeah, and thorough actually. I mean, we do a lot of, I hate to say it, cleanups from other lenders. Mm-hmm. So I think if some of these other lenders would have actually done their homework up front, chances are we would never got to talk to these people. But we do a lot of second-hand mortgages, I guess, would be after the fact that they've already been denied by somebody else, and we structure it a little differently and try to figure it out and get it done.
Yep. VA loans, FHA loans.
Yeah.
Tell me the different products you off the top of your head.
VA, FHA, USDA, conventionals. Depending on your time frame, 30, 15 years, we can do anything in between, and we're closing within 30 days or less.
Yep. Social media. How do we get started? Call you or go to LoanDepot.com?
I would actually the best way is to type my name into Google, and then my page just comes right up.
There you go.
And it'll send you straight to my web page. If you say Loan Depot, it'll probably take you to the corporate page, and it's just, I'd say it's more work to get to me.
Exactly.
So you just type my name, it goes straight to me.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Jeremy Livesey, Loan Depot. Just type in Jeremy Livesey, his page pops up, and away you go, right?
That's right.
That's good. Love it, love it, love it. Love promoting this gentleman. Again, they do a great job. The only Loan Depot office in the entire Tri-Cities located in Johnson City. You cover Tennessee and other states too, right?
I am licensed now in Tennessee, Virginia, North and South Carolina. So we are doing a lot here lately. We started doing the beach homes and second homes and vacation homes like Myrtle Beach, Hilton Head area and stuff like that.
Love it.
So it's not a bad
No, not a bad gig. Not a bad gig. Jeremy Livingston, Loan Depot, one of our great sponsors. Love having him on the show. One of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 1700. We are live here again at the Jewelers Bench. Monday Night Football, the Seahawks beat the Broncos 17-16. Got a Thursday night encounter. The Chargers will be in Kansas City to battle Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It'll be an 8:15 kickoff again for Thursday's game. That's the next one up in the National Football League. But again, last night, Seattle beat Denver 17-16 on Monday Night Football. John's coming in here. We'll settle him in here in just a second and get him on. Let me give you who's playing where. Again, the polls are out this week. You missed it earlier. Dobbins went at number 4 in the state in 6A. 5A, Daniel Boone at number 6 in the state in 5A. Greenville number 1 in the state in 4A. And 3A football, we just talked to him. Coach Rice, Unicoi County number 5 in the state. Chucky Doe gets an honorable mention. Unicoi County 5th in the state. Hampton number 1 in the state in 2A football. And that's what we got as far as ranked teams. Now, who's playing where? On Friday night, we got Dobbins at West Ridge, Science Hill at William Blount, Jefferson County, Morristown East, Daniel Boone, and Morristown West will hook up. That's going to be a dandy. Morristown West is 10th in the state in 5A. As we told you, Boone is 6th in the state in 5A. It'll be played in gray. It'll be a good one. Crockett at Tennessee High to Stonecastle. Greenville goes to Volunteer. Seymour at Sullivan East. Unicoi County, we just heard, hosting Claiborne in the regional opener. West Green will be at Johnson County. The Hampton Bulldogs hosting Happy Valley. Good old backyard slobber knocker there. Cumberland Gap at South Green. Jellicoe at Unaka and Stony Creek. And in North Green will be at Red Bowling Springs. In Virginia, Friday night, Gate City, the Blue Devils play at Marion. Graham at Union, Lehigh, Patrick Henry. Virginia High, the Bearcats hosting Y Central. John Battle goes to Tazewell to battle the Bulldogs. Other games Friday night in Virginia, Richlands at Abington. Twin Springs at J.I. Burton. Rye Cove, the War Eagles hosting Thomas Walker. You have Eastside at Honaker and Grundy at Castlewood. Our game, of course, will be at 7 o'clock. The Cyclones and the Granger Grizzlies in the regional opener coming up Friday night. Let's get him in here. That would be Mr. Holtzclaw. Pop it off there, and
I might try to get as close to as you get to my wife.
Now you and your wife celebrating 25, is that right?
20.
20? Congratulations. So
when do I get a headset? What requires you to upgrade to?
You can't hear. Can you hear? Because I can't hear. I got to have them right here. So
congratulations on 1,700 shows.
Thank you. So
you could say you're like one of the teachers I had in college. He wrote with his right hand and raced with his left hand. So you say a lot of shit in a short amount of time.
Okay. All right. On that note, let's move on. But, yeah, thank you. That's good. Bless your heart.
Basically, just showing you some of the things they bring in. That right there is basically they want me to weld their glasses back together so they could see.
This gentleman's from Johnson City. Look here, he's going to fix his glasses.
Yeah, make him happy.
All right, there's one. All right.
Then we get stuff like a watch.
We're doing jewelry repair is what we do, and John does a lot of it.
This high-dollar watch here, the lost Criswell of it, he wants it fixed, so.
And this is a gentleman from here in Elizabethton.
Mr. Potter, he does the gun safety.
Okay. Wait, I don't need to take it out. So you're fixing a watch, all right.
And then we got custom stuff. I'm matching an earring a lady lost, so I have to order a bunch of parts and make it.
Ladies from Butler having this done.
Yeah.
So there's some more jewelry repair.
Yeah.
John does a lot. Now, here's the thing. You would think around Christmas he's taking links out, putting links in, all that. But you do it year-round, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You stay busy year-round. So
that one there, that lady's from
Newland, North Carolina.
Newland,
There's another young lady from here in Elizabethton. And here's another one in Elizabethton doing.
I'm moving one stone over and putting a different stone in the center. So if I can dream it up, I can do it.
So all right, I'm going to use a hypothetical. Someone passes away, they leave an heirloom behind. They want to either come in and clean it, or as you said, there's 3. I'm just making this up. There's 3 stones. I want the one in the middle, move to the right or the left or whatever. You can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Basically, I had one lady. Her husband passed away. She brought me both wedding bands, so I melted them down and made a heart out of it. So she still carries the wedding band with her.
See. There's nothing this man can't do. And here's the trick. There's not many John Holtzclaws out there as far as jewelry repair. I mean,
we're getting rare as hen's teeth.
Yeah. So how many is there in Northeast Tennessee? Just 2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 3.
Yeah. But you don't want to go anywhere else. You want to come here. And we just saw Butler, Newell, North Carolina, Johnson City. They bring them in from all over the place.
Your mind hadn't left you yet, Tom.
No.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm hanging. So Tennessee football, what do you think? Did you watch the game Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you think?
They're good. They get better. Pittsburgh's no slouch.
No. They gave them all they wanted.
I think we're rated 14 now. 15.
Yeah.
So they're moving up the ladder. They'll get a test here in about 2 weeks and 3 weeks.
Next week, Florida. Is that
Florida,
right? Yeah. Coming to town. So
then you have Alabama.
And it don't get any easier.
Oh, no.
A trip to LSU.
And then you go to Georgia.
Yeah. So they better enjoy the Akron Zips this Saturday night. You better enjoy the Zips while you can zip them.
She's going to toughen up.
Oh, baby. But the water's going to get deep real quick. But that's all right. It's SEC. 8 teams in the Southeastern Conference in the top 25, 4 in the top 10. Yet I hear all these national guys say the Big Ten's the best conference in football, college football. It's like, what are you smoking? It's SEC all the way, isn't it?
If you look at the top 25, last time I counted, there was 7 in the top 25. So.
Oh, yeah. So good stuff. So jewelry repair, you do rings, you do watches, you do bracelets, necklaces. There's nothing really you can't do, is there?
Ankles, toes.
Do you sell a lot of ankle bracelets?
Usually the first part of summer, I custom make them because an ankle bracelet, it can be a 1/4 inch, and it makes a big difference because you don't want to get in your shoe and breaking. So I custom fit all those.
See, just learn something new. So you can make ankle bracelets.
Yes.
I know when I was back in the day.
You'd look good in ankle bracelet.
I think I would. I would have TT on one side and her name on the other side.
You go.
Be good.
Yeah.
Ankle bracelet. But seriously, when I was in school, that was a big deal. A lot of the girls, I don't know, is it a trend? I mean, it comes and goes.
It's like anything else.
Yeah.
This year you'll sell 100 watches, and following year you'll sell 200, and then 0. I mean, it's just whatever's hot at the time.
Her segment, we talked about the birthstones. We didn't really talk about watches. So you have these back here. You have the bearings, Citizens,
Seiko,
the G-Shocks.
G-Shock's a big watch.
Yeah, you sell a lot of those, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all that again right here at the Jeweler's Bench, right across from Port Travis Deli here in Elizabethton, the only full-time, full-service jewelry store in Carter County and Elizabethton. How many? You probably know that. How many jewelry stores in Northeast Tennessee? I mean, if you just talk Tri-Cities proper, probably 8 or 10.
Yeah, maybe 10.
Yeah. And you tell me when you come here, this is the owner, so listen what he says. When
your family,
and
bottom line,
and tell me how much you will save when you come here.
At least 20%.
There you go. Now he's telling you this. This is the owner of the store. When you go price shop these other jewelry stores, you come in here, you're going to save yourself about 20%.
Yeah. Go shop them. Come here and we'll show you.
That's a good slogan. We had to use that. You go shop them. You come back here. We'll show you. I like that. That could be a little marketing thing for you.
Yeah.
You go shop them. You come back here and we'll show you. We don't just talk the talk. We walk the walk. As I said earlier in the show, I bought rings here, cross necklace here, two Pandora bracelets here, 3 maybe for the girls. Yeah. So my Naked Bee here. So when I shop my jewelry, right here. So she cleans the rings. So
Tom likes a little jewelry. He likes some diamonds.
Yeah, I do. We got them right here. Yeah. I like wearing. I like to have another ring put on there too.
We'll find one.
Football or maybe a state girls basketball championship maybe this year. Who knows? But so you're okay with Tennessee football? You
yes.
think they're on the move up?
They're definitely on the right path.
Yeah. Now put on your politician hat for a second. I wanted him to brag about how I read this over the weekend, how financially solvent Tennessee is because of he and the other legislatures and the governor. Tennessee is kind of a
hidden gem.
Yeah, but it's kind of a barometer. All these other states are wanting to be like Tennessee.
Everybody's trying to figure out what we're doing
because we're so financially solvent.
And the bottom line is we're conservative.
There you go. Preach it.
Yeah. We're number 1 in the nation.
There you go.
By far, because we've got a rainy day fund. We're always exceeding our predicted budget, and we don't go blow our money.
Yeah, we spend it wisely. I know Greg, our other sponsor from Valvoline, and of course U-Haul, said in the month of July, I didn't check August, month of July, they had 17 states renting U-Hauls to move into Northeast Tennessee from all over the place. So
just drive down the road and you'll see you've got California, New Jersey, Arizona, even Colorado, believe it or not.
Yep.
But, we just want them to stay in our mindset, be conservative, not try to bring the liberal things in here.
Yep. If you don't know, if you're watching the show, we got a lot of out-of-state folks. John is our state representative here, works in Nashville with the governor, and so that's what we're talking about, how financially strong this state is, and a lot of these other states going, like you said, what are you all doing over there?
And, and what most people don't realize, we've turned that around since 2010.
12 years.
Yep.
Got it going in the right direction. So Governor Lee, is this a re-up year for him?
This is his re-election year.
Yep.
So.
And you're running unopposed.
Yes. Makes it a little easier.
Now, what does that tell you? That tells you the folks in Northeast Tennessee are so pleased what this man's doing. It's like, why if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
He's doing a good job. Leave him alone. You're running unopposed.
Look at my record.
Yeah.
And it says it all.
Yeah. So it's good stuff, folks. Good stuff. And also, when he's not down in Nashville taking care of our business for us here in Northeast Tennessee, he and Sherry run a really solid, rock-solid jewelry store. So you've been guys been here how many years?
About 22 now.
22 years. So, and here's the thing. When the legislature's in, John works down there all week, and he comes in here. And I've driven by here at night, and I can see the light on. He's in here working late at night when he gets back in town to catch up being gone all week,
well,
right?
The bottom line, Tom, is trust. And when they bring it here, they want me to fix it. So I'm going to fix it. It doesn't get shipped out anywhere else. So I suck it up for 5 months, 7 days a week.
Whatever it takes.
Yep.
But then you get to go deer hunting. Did you just go dove hunting?
Yep, sure did. How you keep it up with me, Tom?
Keep tabs on my buddy over here. He's going to help me do a ball game. We got to figure out when he can do that. We want to have him help me do one of the home games. We only got 3 or 4 left, but then we got basketball, so we got to get him come in and at least do a half or a quarter or something, come up and help me out. You do that, would you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just love being near you, Tom, and listening to your wisdom.
My wisdom. Yeah, right. Lisa, he's full of it as a Christmas turkey, ain't he? So bless his heart. All right. Again, social media, how do we find you guys?
JewelersBench.com.
JewelersBench.com, folks. Again, check them out. They're open 6 days a week. They're closed for the Lord's Day, which I appreciate them doing that. So you need to come by here and shop and lay away. As we said earlier, it's 103 days to Christmas. It's not that far away. You got G-Shock watches, bearing watches. You got the Spydale bracelet, or the, what do you call those, that little thing right there in front of us?
Wristband
watches, replacement wristband watches. You've got Pandora's jewelry. You've got, what else? You know it better than me.
We got diamonds.
Yep. So typically going into the Christmas season, I guess folks get engagement rings. Do they do birthstone rings? Or they?
Well, basically for smart, so they buy that gift and it counts as a Christmas gift too.
I guess you're right. Get it at Christmas and it's a double whammy.
There you go.
Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And Mama's happy. Everybody's happy. My dad told me one time and said, boys, I want you to remember something. You can be happy or you can be right. Which one you want to be?
Yeah, amen.
I said,
Mama's happy, everybody's happy.
That's it. And Mama ain't.
You're going to pay the price.
That's it. You got it. So, anyway, I appreciate this man. Again, I've said this all along. His father was the voice of the Cyclones. I get that called me. I said, no. I'm the announcer. The voice of the Cyclones is his father.
He's up there listening to you right now.
That's it.
41 years.
He did the Cyclones for 41 years? Yeah. So, no, I'm not the voice of the Cyclones. I love doing the games. I'm the announcer for the Cyclones. The voice is his father, late Johnny Holtzclaw. Period. End of story. So, there you go. But I like doing them Cyclones.
Oh, yeah.
I love this town.
It's a great town. It's a hidden gem.
It is. I did not know that. I mean, I've been around a lot of places, a lot of states calling ball games, but this is a very special place right here in Elizabethton and Carter County. Good peeps. So, and it's headed up by my buddy old JH over here. So
you got it.
It's a good time to take a break. You got it. We'll be right back after this from Northeast Community Credit Union, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tell me all about that, would you please?
Oh yeah, we have several free resources. We have financial calculators. So what you could do is visit bmycu.org, and if you want to learn how to get your debt paid down or how long it's going to take you to pay your mortgage off, anything like that, you go right on our website, bmycu.org, go to resources, and then you can find financial calculators, and it's just really cool. It does the work for you, and then we got the financial planner available for you at the main office, always there to help you. She is wonderful. And then this week we are opening our student branches, and I'm going to bring Velda in next week, and she's going to tell you a little bit about student branches and what that entails next week. and electronic services such as bill pay, e-statements, mobile app, all that fun stuff. We have insurance products, accidental death or dismemberment. That's free to our members. 2,000 of that. You just have to be a member and turn it in. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And discounted tickets. People love those. You got Dollywood, Carowinds, Biltmore tickets. If you want more information, once again, you visit bemycu.org and get those. And then we've got Business Spotlight for business accounts. You can display your business at one of our 4 locations when it's available all month, and it's free, and showcase what you got.
Locations are where?
In Roe Mountain, in Elizabethan, one on 19E, and then one behind Elizabethan High School. And then we've got one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
You've already said it, but again, social media, how do we find you?
You find me at Northeast Community Credit Union on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or bemycu.org, or you can call us at 423-547-1200.
One of the great sponsors are Andrew Lewis and the folks from Northeast Community Credit Union. So spring fix-up time, this is a good time to talk about how you can help folks do some remodeling projects. Tell us about that.
Sure. So one way to increase the value of your home would be remodeling. So spring is here. We're in full swing. And what better way than to put in a brand new pool or an addition to the home? Some people might be working from home more than they ever have before. And then that pool, you might be home more this summer than you had been before. So take advantage of that. That will increase the value significantly. Yeah.
Redoing bathrooms.
Yeah.
Screening in porches, whatever you need, whatever you may be doing, whatever's on your to-do list. Again, you can help them with a remodeling project there, can't you?
Absolutely.
Got some great rates.
We have the best rates.
Best rates,
yes.
Not just great rates, the best rates, she says. Again, Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and also on Cyclone Sports. Social media, how do we find you?
bemycu.org, and then you can also Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Here you go. Andrea Lewis from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our proud sponsors here, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
Well, hello again. This is Pastor Fowler, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to some special things we have going on this fall. I love the fall, the beautiful days, and it won't be long before the leaves will be turning, but I love the clear skies, and so we want to invite you to be with us September Sunday nights. We call it Singing and Preaching. And we have some special guests each Sunday night and then some special music playing. I want you to come be a part of that. And then also don't forget, October the 8th, we'll have our Fall Festival for the young people. And that'll be Saturday afternoon and then our homecoming on October 9th. So let's make the most of this fall and serve the Lord Jesus Christ with our lives.
Talking to Dr. Justin Smith, one of our great sponsors here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. A lot of them out there. What do you feel like separates physical therapy services from all the competition?
Well, number one is that we're local. The money that you spend with us stays here. This is not a large corporate venture that your money goes to Florida or Miami or up to Chicago or wherever. We are a true mom and pop facility. We pride ourselves on that, number one. Number two, we don't have a bunch of higher-ups, VPs, multiple presidents that we have to end up making a bunch of profit to be able to pad their pockets. The money that we make in physical therapy services, we reinvest back into the community. So that's why we have our Class 4 laser, we have our Ultra G, we have all the equipment that nobody else in the area has. And we can provide services and for the people of Elizabethton, of Carter County, Roan Mountain, Hampton, Stony Creek, Mountain City, Johnson City. That's why we have people from all over the area that flock to our facility because they know they're going to get the best care, state-of-the-art care with the most state-of-the-art equipment.
It's awesome. Can't top that, folks. Great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Great folks at Physical Therapy Services.
These are the hands that planted the seed and pulled the weeds and fixed the engine and harvested the crop and loaded the truck. But of all these hands do, nothing is more important than being a good neighbor. From the farm to Food City, local produce is all in a day's work.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, let's go to the phone. He's there. Our buddy, Coach Ryan President, will be with us in the box on Friday night again for the Cyclones and the Granger Grizzlies. And good afternoon, my good friend. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm one more day closer to Friday, buddy.
You got that right. And we're excited because we get to Cyclone Network, this brand new concept, 4 cameras, and the audio is going to be better. It's just going to be me and you up there in the box and calling the ball game. And so we're very excited about it. We had 13,000 views for the Daniel Boone game. So I'm tickled to death about that. I'm honored that I can wear the headsets with the Elizabeth and Cyclones, and that's all because of Ryan Presnell. So let's see. Let's take a look at some Tennessee football. Let's take a look at that and some other college news and some sports news. Tennessee football, what do you think? We okay?
Yeah, I think definitely okay. Just, it's kind of hard after the last 2 decades to be happy with it and to try to keep moving forward with it. But I think that's where we're at. It seems to be a solid football team. Going to lose some games, but going to be a good football team, exciting to watch, and hopefully continuing to build for the future.
Absolutely. And, of course, Akron, and you got them 15th in the country. You okay with that? Is that too lofty of a stature? Or should be higher? Are we okay at being number 15?
Well, it kind of depends on who Pitt really is, right? Are they who we thought they were and all of those things? But I think right now, I think that's a very fair assessment. And again, gosh, that's so good for recruiting. It's a bust not only in the top 25, but moving in that 15 and get a couple more marquee wins this season, and that's a program set up for success. And Coach Heupel is younger guy, kind of easy to get behind, easy talking, doesn't seem to be like a really controversial personality like we've had in the past, and I think Tennessee football fans like that. We've had the craziness for long enough. I think they're ready for somebody more of a mainstream personality that's going to kind of be a rock instead of a ship rocking around in the ocean, man, because that's what's happened to this fan base over the last decade at least, is just controversy after this, that, and the other. And to get a guy that's more of a solid guy that's going to be, I know who he's going to be week to week. I think that's a good thing for the Volunteers.
Your alma mater comes to East Tennessee State coming up this weekend. The Furman Paladins are coming to town, so they got the Bucks. I believe they're playing it in Johnson City. In fact, I know they are. So Furman and East Tennessee State, what do you think about that one coming up this weekend?
Well, ETSU coming off a tough loss, losing to Citadel's, and obviously a Southern Conference game, but definitely not on their list of things to do this year. But, getting a win against Furman this week would definitely right that ship and get them headed in the right direction, whereas Furman coming off a pretty solid performance down at Clemson. Anytime you lose, you don't want to say, well, that was good. But, went down there and competed a little bit. So should be kind of a bellwether game for both programs, kind of see where they're at.
We're talking to Ryan Presnell again. So Georgia, number 1 in the country. Alabama kind of stubbed their toe. You had my team, of course, Marshall beat Notre Dame. You had Georgia Southern beating Nebraska, cost him his job. App State beat Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher said, I'm going to reevaluate the entire program after that loss. Is that a good sign for college football? You got the mid-majors going up, knocking off the big boys. Is that good or not good for the sport?
Well, I think it's good. The thing for me that's been really tough about college football is that it's the same 5 or 6 teams in the college football playoff every single year. And so I like this parity. You love to see App State, Georgia Southern, these solid football programs go beat these blue blood conference teams. But are you going to see that at the top? Are you going to get a college football playoff that is diverse? I mean, if you look at it the last 6-7 years, it's the same 4 or 5 teams over and over and over again. And so to me, that's kind of the big thing is you get to the end of the year and it's just the same 4 or 5 teams every year. You really just don't have a whole lot of parity. But, it's interesting and it makes every week meaningful. The fact that Furman went down to Clemson 35-7, Furman can go compete Shows you that the talent pool across the country is really good. These guys do a good job recruiting, doing their homework, getting kids to stick with the program, and really get developed inside the program. So it's interesting, and again, it makes every game mean more that these teams slip up against these smaller schools. But like I said, I think it also speaks to App State. You know, App State's been good for a while. To me, that's not really shocking that they did that. App State's a top 25 team, so a lot of people acting surprised, but that ain't the App State that beat Michigan, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and so the proponents of the transfer portal would say this is a good thing because look what it's doing. It's creating more parity in college football. You agree or disagree with that? Is that the reason why you've seen the mid-majors knocking off the big boys? Can they attribute that to the transfer portal?
Yeah, maybe you see that third string, quarterback at Alabama transfer to a place like App State. That didn't actually happen. I'm just saying you see that type of talent that would normally be stuck somewhere get to go to another place and contribute. And so that is a good thing. You know, you and I have talked about this a bunch. You know, college football is not really college football. I mean, it's minor league football for the NFL. So, you know, telling these kids that they don't have a right to transfer is, you know, going to violate their rights, and these kids have a right to do it. And whether or not it makes it better, I don't know. That's hard to say. But, yeah, I guess you would see where kids that can go and get an opportunity somewhere else and make that team better.
We're talking to Ryan Presel, my dear friend, RP as I call him, and so he'll be with me in the box Friday night, bringing you the Granger game. So you look at switch gears, talk a little Braves baseball. The Braves and the Mets they're going back and forth, and so what's your take on Braves baseball right now going down the stretch?
Well, whether or not they win the division doesn't matter to me because this is a really good baseball team that's going to go into the playoffs. And I almost look at this new format and taking 5 days off. I don't know if I want them to do that. You know, like they're playing so good. I don't want them to have 5 days to sit there and think about it. I want them to play. So even if they don't win the division and they don't get that bye in that first round, I'm still good with these guys. I'm telling you, like, you know, the Mets, to me, I could see them and the Mets being either one of those teams being in the World Series. You know, Dodgers are the Dodgers, but I always wonder about the Dodgers in the postseason. And, you know, there's just a lot of personality and a lot of things that always go on out there in L.A. that kind of set them up for a failure there in the postseason. So I really like that the pitching's coming around. I worry about Odorizzi. Like, it just, man, every time he goes out, it just doesn't seem to be sharp anymore. So really, if they could get him up to par, that's going to be a tough team to win a series against in either that NLDS or the wild card. So I really look forward to seeing them in the postseason, and whether or not they win the division or not, I don't think it's really going to matter. I think it's going to be a good team going into the postseason that's, in my opinion, going to be playing for a chance to go back to the World Series.
Kyle Wright, again, 17-5 on the hill tonight against San Francisco for the Braves, again on the left coast, and so we'll see how that goes. And the Mets, they continue their series, I believe, with the Cubs tonight in New York. Switching gears one more time, we've got a football game Friday night, the Granger Grizzlies. You know, you have been to the mountaintop with your baseball program. You've also had, you know, points where the football team is now where they're struggling a little bit, so it all kind of evens itself out, and I'm anticipating Friday night you and I'll get a chance to call a winner, and the Cyclones will get back home, beat the Granger Grizzlies. But, you know, nobody wants to be 0-3, but we are, and so you just got to work through it, right?
Absolutely. It's part of life.
Yep.
I mean, you can't expect you to burn it down every single year. It is what it is, and you got to deal with it in those, and you find out what your program's built on in those situations. And we're in a tough spot. Nobody's going to deny that. But there's a bunch of football left, and this team is one or two issues away from being a really good football club. You know, defense is continuing to stand strong through the storm and almost built us into a winner Friday night. You know, and you look at how we lost Friday night, it's like, oh, goodness gracious, could anything else go wrong? So let's get all the wrong out of the way in the first half of this season. And let's bring forth all the right in the second half of the season. So it gives the coaching staff an opportunity to build, an opportunity to grow, to identify some different personnel in different positions. And I know that if anybody can do it, this staff and these kids will do it and turn this thing around. And, you know, go ahead and start talking about playoffs. Let's get in the playoffs. Once we get there, it's a new season. Everybody's 0-0, and it doesn't matter what your record was. So just continue to work towards that. keep the big picture in mind and do the little things right. If they do that at the end of the year, they're going to be able to give a thumbs up and say, we did what we improved. We got better, and that's what's important.
Absolutely. We'll start Friday night with the Granger Grizzlies going there at 7 o'clock, kickoff at 7:30. Last thing, give us an update on Evan Carter. How's he doing right now for the Hickory Crawdads?
Well, I'm glad you asked. News broke this morning. He is on a plane to Frisco, Texas. He got promoted to AA. So one more step closer. Big development. All the minor league news sites are blowing up with it. He's just such a picture of how a kid should do it. You know what I mean? Like he didn't do all the crazy stuff, all the money stuff. Like the kid just played ball and got better, and shocked a lot of people when he got drafted. But now at this point, nobody's shocked that he got moved up to AA. And so he'll go down there for a couple of weeks, kind of get the feel for that. My assumption would be that they did that to get him ready for next year, and that he'll be at AA next year, which is pretty well expected. So really exciting news. A lot of people at school talking about it today, that our guys one more step closer to putting on a big league baseball uniform.
It's awesome. Evan Carter promoted, elevated to AA ball already. He's now in Frisco, Texas. That is going to be great, so congratulations. And it all got started in Elizabethton, all the way up through the Little Leagues, and, of course, ultimately finished up with Ryan Presnell and the Elizabethton baseball team. Coach, it's show number 1700. I said, if there's anybody who can get on the show today, I want him on here. So a big thank you, because I'm in Elizabethton because of Ryan Presnell.
Yeah, it's been a good ride, and looking forward to what the future holds for Tom Taylor Sports. You've done a great job of making people feel like a big deal, and that's one of the best compliments I can give a human being, is that when you walk around, you make people feel like a big deal, including my kids. Little Cole last night said, "That's Tom Taylor." Somebody said, "Is it?" "I don't think it is." He said, "Nope, I see his hat."
See his hat.
So they know you, they recognize you, and when you talk to them, you make them feel like a big deal, and that's such an awesome quality that God gave you, and I'm glad you have a job where you can emphasize that every day, brother. It's a blessing.
I love you, man. I'll see you Friday night.
Sounds good, brother.
Cyclone Pride.
Yes, sir.
Yep, good man right there. Ryan Presnell, Coach P, as we call him. He'll be with us Friday night on the broadcast, the Cyclones and the Granger Grizzlies, and we'll take a break, come back. We've got a lot of sports to take a look at, including Major League Baseball. We've not really touched on it yet here in the show. We'll do that. And got some other sports I want to run through and let you know before we get out of here. And then Sherry's going to come back one more time and do a segment about the Jeweler's Bench, where we are. 103 days till Christmas. I know it's September, nobody wants to talk about that, but again, it's out there and you know that. So the jewelry business is a big, big time of the year. So here's what I would suggest, and I think Sherry would tell you the same, and John as well. Come in here and get your pick now and lay it away, and that way you know you got it. Don't wait. And she's told me this, it happens every year. They come in here, they'll come in like now and look around and go, man, I'll come back more. That bracelet's not here. So now's the time to come in and be looking around and kind of, saying, yeah, let's put some money down on this and lay it away. They have a very liberal, very flexible layaway plan here at the Jeweler's Bench. And of course, you live out of state, go to jewelersbench.com like Rick Ranson did. Rick just congratulated me on the show. Number 1700, thank you, sir. And so he bought jewelry from Sherry last year. She shipped it to him and took care of that. So you can, if you're out of town, you can still buy the jewelry from right here at the Jeweler's Bench, where John says you'll save yourself about 20% compared to all the other jewelry stores. So go to thejewelersbench.com. She joins us right after this break from Greg Maupin and Valvoline Express Care on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Talking to our buddy Greg Maupin. Let's talk oil changes. In, out, on your way. Tell us about getting an oil change at Valvoline Express Care.
No need for an appointment. Reservation, just come in. It's a pull-through service. We're going to be here about 15 minutes. We got new customer forms out there. If you've not been here before, we're going to take your basic information, and we're going to put that car in the database right there. It's going to pull up everything Josh needs to know. We got Josh on the bottom today, so he's going to clear it, make sure everything's good before they start. And since that process starts, he's going to drop it. He's going to check all the fluids up top. He's going to air the tires up. He's going to check the wiper. He's going to reset that maintenance light, and in and out in about 15 minutes.
Yep. If you're here more than 15 minutes, there's something wrong, right?
There's something wrong. Valvoline comes in and checks us quarterly. They come in top to bottom, make sure the products where they should be, make sure the products are what they should be, and make sure we're running it. Valvoline, at the end of the day, has the top quick lube program.
in the country.
In the country.
3 oil changes: conventional, semi-synthetic, max life, and full synthetic. You have 3 to choose from, right?
We got 3 to choose from. We've got everything from 0.20. We've got 0.16 now, ultra thin, and some of the new stuff's gone for that. 540, 1540, 0.30, 0.40, 530, 520, 1030. We've got those in conventional. Most of those zeros are going to be synthetic or full synthetic or synthetic blend. But if your car calls for it, we've got it.
Hours you're open?
We are open 8 to 5:30 through the week, 8 to 2 on Saturday.
You're in, you're out, you're on your way here on Railroad Street in Elizabethton. Again, look for all the U-Hauls. You know you're right at the right place, at Valvoline Express Care. They don't mess around, folks. You stay in your vehicle, you pay out there, you stay if there's any questions. And, of course, you will be asked to start it back up and all that, so that aids in getting you out in a quick time. So 15 minutes or less, you're out of here, folks. I'm telling you. And the last time I had mine done, 12 minutes and 24 seconds, so they don't mess around. You're in, you're out, you're on your way. Valvoline Express Care, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Football and Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, number 1700. We're live here at the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton at jewelersbench.com. All right, baseball from yesterday. Who won? Let's see. The Braves, unfortunately, lose 3-2. The Giants got them in San Francisco. Other winners, Texas, Cleveland, Houston. The Pirates double up the Reds 6-3, our other regional team. Toronto, the Cubs beat the Mets 5-2, so the Braves can't advance. They both lost. Miami and the Dodgers all get W's. So today it looks like, the standings look like this. In the American League East, the Yankees lead Tampa Bay by 5.5, Toronto by 6. In the American League Central, Cleveland now with a 3-game lead over Chicago. The White Sox have leapfrogged over the Twins. Chicago now the team bearing down on Cleveland. They lead them by 3 to the Guardians. And then in the NL East, you have the Mets with a 1.5 lead over the Atlanta Braves. Here's your schedule. The Braves will go at it tonight. It'll be, as we said earlier, Kyle Wright scheduled to go on the mound at 17-6 against the Giants at 9:45 in San Francisco. Others today, Pittsburgh is playing a doubleheader in Cincinnati at 12:35 and at 6:40 our other regional team. Under the lights tonight, Tampa Bay, Toronto going head-to-head. The Angels will take on Cleveland in Cleveland, Houston to Detroit. You have Philadelphia and Miami, Baltimore and Washington, Tampa Bay and Toronto playing a twin bill today in Toronto at 107 and 707. The Yankees and Boston at Fenway doesn't really have the luster that it normally has in a rivalry. It's still the rivalry, but it's not like it was. Cubs and the Mets go at it tonight. The Mets will have Jacob deGrom on the mound for New York. Again, the Braves trying to catch him a game and a half back. Kansas City, Minnesota, Milwaukee, and the Cardinals will square off at about the White Sox, the Dodgers at Arizona, and San Diego at Seattle. Last night, Mike Trout for the Angels homered his 7th consecutive game, one shy of the Major League record. Again, it was Trout's 35th home run of the season. It was a 422-foot drive to dead center. So the record of 8 straight is Dale Long of Pittsburgh, and also Don Mattingly of the Yankees, and Ken Griffey Jr. did it in 1993. So if he can hit one tonight for the Angels, he would have hit and tied the Major League record of 8 straight games he's hit a home run. The Angels tonight, as we said, will be playing in Cleveland for the Angels and the Cleveland Guardians. So we're hoping, I am anyway, that he hits a home run and gets it the 8th straight and set, or at least tie the Major League record. Maybe tomorrow night hit 9 and break the Major League record, because Mike Trout is a phenomenal baseball player. We do have volleyball tonight. 6:30, 6:15, 6:30 first serve. The Lady Cyclones and the Lady Patriots of Solomon East from John Treadway, as we said, cranking it up and getting with it right around 6:15 with the first serve at 6:30 tonight for these two programs. So we're heading down the stretch. Hard to believe we got tournament time right around the corner for the volleyball and for everybody else, really. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll be joined by Sherry one more time. from the Jeweler's Bench, doing more show and tell. But first, how about our buddy Dr. Sylvester on the Tom Taylor Sports Show? We're talking to Dr. again, Sylvester Contreras from Physical Therapy Services. And one of the things you help folks with are muscle spasms and sprains. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that right now, especially with the high school kids getting back into football. So we get a lot of weekend warriors who go out and run and twist their ankle, get a sprain, or just people that pull their muscles. So it's our job to treat that muscle and get it back to fully working. So we make sure that we get you out of pain first. Once you're out of pain, then we start to strengthen that muscle and build its endurance so that you can get back to doing what you want to do.
Guys and girls, right?
Guys and girls.
Yep. Is there any trend? More older folks, baby boomers, kids, senior citizens, or just a mixed bag?
A mixed bag, but really with your muscle sprains, we see a lot of, for the muscle spasm, it's a lot for the low back spasms, but for the ankles, our clinic.
Yep. Dr. Sylvester Contreras, folks, Physical Therapy Services. How do we find you guys on social media?
Social media, we have Facebook accounts for both of our clinics. Our main clinic is at 1975 West Elk, where we have our orthopedic and sports specializations, and then our other clinic next to medical care is our pediatric location. And you can always contact us at 543-0073, and we'll get you taken care of.
There you go. Folks, one of our great sponsors, they've been doing it for many, many years, Dr. Justin Smith, Dr. Danny Smith, Dr. Sylvester Contreras, the gang at Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who's back. She's back. Remember that show, Welcome Back, Cotter? You probably don't remember that show, do you?
No, I don't.
No,
sorry.
you don't. Sorry, yeah.
Here we go again.
There we go. Just told him myself. Welcome Back, Cotter. No, I don't remember that show. Okay. Do you remember Andy Griffith?
I do remember Andy Griffith.
I Love
Yes.
Lucy?
Yes.
Okay.
Used to watch I Love Lucy.
Gomer Pyle?
Yes.
Watched Gomer Pyle.
Yep.
What was the sitcom you watched when you were a kid? What was it you liked watching? Who did you have a hard time? I'm gonna guess you liked the guy on Chips, Eric Estrada, rode a motorcycle. Do you remember that one?
I do remember that one.
Did you have a kind of a
I don't remember really.
having a heartthrob for any of them?
No.
Because I remember we were kids, all the guys liked Farrah Fawcett, Charlie's
Yeah.
Angels.
Yep.
So everybody had a poster and all that. So I just wondered. So, but you did watch Gomer Pyle.
Yep.
MASH.
Yeah, my dad watched MASH, so we had to watch it. We
Gunsmoke.
watched whatever he watched. Yep.
Watch Gunsmoke. Yep.
Yep.
Gosh, what else?
I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie, yeah. So
Yeah,
she just
that's
had a
a-
birthday last week. She's 90. So I Dream
It's
of Jeannie.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is. So anyway, she's here. Welcome back, Cotter. I'm saying she's back, and our buddy Sherry Holtzclaw. So Cyclone football Friday night. We got the Granger Grizzlies coming to town, and these folks will be there, and John's going to come work a game with me. He said, was the last game of the year, wasn't it, Seymour?
Yes.
On Halloween weekend?
Yes.
John Holtzclaw will be on the air helping me.
Halloween weekend.
Lord, get ready for that. So last time we got into we did a basketball game with me. We talked music.
Right.
Because the game was a blowout. We just started talking music, and he likes country music, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah,
He does. Hopefully this game's going to be a blowout.
Yeah. Hope so. Granger hopes not, but we hope so, and so
Yeah.
we'll see. It starts at 7 o'clock Friday night. So we got show and tell. We got what do you want me to do? I'm going to be your Vanna.
Yeah, so right now this time we're going to talk about Pandora, of course. I'm going to show a couple of things. And
Go ahead and give the disclaimer. The camera.
Camera
It's not going to do it justice.
does not do it justice.
No,
You
it
have
does
to
not.
come in and see it.
Yeah.
Everything always looks better in person anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, who really likes shopping
Like
without
this.
being able to see it, touch
Yeah.
it, feel it,
Sure.
notice the quality of it?
Well,
I sure don't.
Well, you're making an investment in jewelry.
Yeah.
I mean, so you want to come in and see this. So
Right.
my point to this is we do the best we can. But this, again, here's your camera. And so a camera on the computer, you have one at home. This is not going to do it justice. So we're teasing you with it. So come in and see it for yourself. And people do. So go ahead. This is.
Yeah, so these are the new, a couple of the newest Pandora items. That is the pansy flower earrings. They're small hoops, and they are $85. And then you have the dangle butterfly ones, and they're $70.
Okay. There they are. Please come in and take a look at these. These are Pandora. You sell a ton of Pandora, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you really do. And so I'm been one of the guys that bought Pandora. So.
And then here is the pansy necklace.
Oh, let me say this too. For whatever reason, because it hadn't happened since. But the Pandora bracelet I bought, the little duplicate broke on it, and so brought it back in here, and Pandora replaced it.
Yeah.
So remember that too. If you have problems with it, Pandora. And here's the thing: when you deal with the jeweler's bench, if something goes wrong or you got a question, they don't say, "Let me call corporate home office in Charlotte or Florida or wherever." She is corporate right here. This is the lady. She and John, they own the store. So when you come in and talk to the folks at jeweler's bench and Sherry and John, you're talking to the owners. So it starts and stops right here. Remember that. There's something to be said to that. Be loyal. Buy local and support these folks, and because they want you to do that, and you should, right?
Yeah, you should. And then the disclaimer on Pandora, they will cover it for a year, as long as it's wear and tear.
Yeah.
So
that's what this was.
It was, and we don't have very many that come back, but it happens occasionally, and we take care of it.
Sure, things happen. It's called life.
Yeah.
So this is what now?
So that's the pansy silver necklace.
Let me get up here a little closer. There you go.
It's one of the newest items, and it is $115.
Wow, that's pretty. TheJewelersBench.com is where all this is. You can find it. All right, let's put this right here. All
so
right.
JewelersBenchTN.com.
Oh, me and John said it wrong. JewelersBenchTN.com. Yeah. So we done messed up here. Well, you may not see me back here next year. I just got fired.
No,
I may not be back. JewelersBenchTN.com. All right.
Right. This is the Rose Pansy Collection.
Okay.
And the earrings are $85. The ring is $95. The necklace and pendant are separate. The necklace is $175 and the pendant is $75.
Beautiful. Good stuff here.
Yep.
And it's Pandora too, right?
It is.
Yep. All right.
And
we have more. Oh.
No, that's it. But keep in mind, starting September 22nd, with Pandora, it's September 22nd through the 26th. You can buy 2 items, get 1 free. The only exclusions are that you cannot get a free Marvel, some of the Disney stuff for free, but you can buy one of those and it counts. You just can't be the free item.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's buy 2,
get 1 free.
Get 1 free, and the details when you come in here. So, but again, for Pandora to do that, that'd be a great thing to do right now and get it for Christmas.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Buy 2, get 1 free, and then let them put it in the safe over there, and they can hold it for you. Because if you have a Snoopy person, do you have Snoopy people? Does John snoop with presents?
He does not snoop, but he can't keep them and hold on to them. He's got to give them.
He's got to tell them.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got to give them?
Oh, yeah.
So if he gets something now, he can't wait till Christmas, he just gives it to you.
Yeah.
I got you. All right.
Yeah.
So do the twins snoop?
Of course.
Does Shania Twain, does she snoop?
She probably does.
Yeah, Dana probably
I would
snoops.
say so.
Yeah. So if you have a Snoopy person that you're shopping for the holidays, then let them keep it down here in the safe.
Yeah, and a lot of times we do that. They'll come in and purchase it, and then we just stick it in the safe for them until they're ready to come pick it up.
Yep. So the obvious question would be, do you snoop?
Do I snoop?
Mm-hmm.
Not on purpose.
Famous last words. Not on purpose.
No.
Well, open up drawers, go, oh, look what I found.
I don't do that.
No.
John just leaves stuff out on his desk, and it's kind of
obvious.
I mean, I can't.
Does he do that on purpose, or he just forgets?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's kind of a sneaky guy, so does he do it on purpose?
He tries to be sneaky, but
yeah, he's not.
No.
20 years. So, where do you take on your first date? I ask everybody this. I find out.
Outback.
Outback Steakhouse.
Yes.
Cool.
Or, I think Outback was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
I think he might have made supper for me on our first date.
May have cooked for you. There you go.
Yeah, that's been a long time ago.
Well, yeah, but you always remember that first one. So he cooked for, well, apparently you don't. So
I think
John.
he cooked for me on our first date.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I'm going to ask you what he cooked because at this point, the fact that
he cooked steak.
He did steaks. You do remember that?
I do remember that.
First thing he did, he cooked her steaks.
Yeah.
There you go. And that wowed you? That was good?
Yeah, it was very good.
Apparently so.
He can cook a steak.
20 years later, we're still going strong. So there it is. There's and that price point again is?
So that's $115.
$115. There you go. To Jeweler's
Bench. That includes the pendant and the necklace.
JewelersBench10.com, folks. All right. And we'll run through this one more time. I would love to see. Can you get some G-Shock watches before we get out here and show them? Is it behind me? It's going to be.
Yeah, I'll get some.
Yeah.
Those earrings 85, rose ring 95, necklace 175, pendant 75.
All right. But let's see. Put this right here. We're gonna get us another happy customer going out the door. Said, "Yes, ma'am, they fit perfect." I don't know what she's getting, but it fit perfect. There you go. So she picked up something just now. We're live here at the Jeweler's Bench. Thank you, Ryan Witten, on show number 1700. Hello, Gator Man. Yep. We'll get us some G-Shock watches real quick because you got to see these because it took forever to get them back in here because of COVID. Now they got them back in here. So you want to come in here and get those because they won't last long. They're not lasting. You still selling a bunch of them, aren't you? Here, I'll take that one. I won't show them till you get here. I'm not going to steal your thunder. I'm just trying to be your helper. Yep. I love coming out to the Jeweler's Bench because I love these people. John and Sherry, good peeps. Good peeps. Good Christian peeps. I like them. So there you go. There's that one. There's that one there. So we're going to let her do a little show and tell G-Shocks. And then we're going to wrap up and get ready to do volleyball this evening. The Lady Cyclones and the Lady Patriots of Sullivan East. And let's see. All right. You want to, maybe not have to pull the microphone. Maybe just leave it there. So
yeah, that's fine.
Here.
But real quick, I do want to ask for prayers for one of our friends, Charles Hinkle.
Mm-hmm. Charles Hinkle.
Yep. He had kidney transplant 4 years ago and has ended up into the JCMC with COVID pneumonia in both lungs.
Wow.
He is doing somewhat better, but he still needs some prayers, and his mom and dad needs prayers.
If you watch this show, we pray for people in this show. It's like it's a sports show. It's the Lord's show, and we pray for Charles Hinkle. Charles Hinkle. Take 5 seconds to say, we can do it. Lord, please be with Charles Hinkle and the doctors and have him get better. Amen. That's all you got to do. You don't have to be, I'm not Charles Stanley or Billy Graham, but he hears the prayers of his people, as simple as it is. So it can be real fancy-pantsy, or it can be real basic. So bottom line is we just prayed for Charles Hinkle. There you go.
Thank
all right.
you. Sorry.
No, gosh, no, never apologize for that. All right, so G-Shock, this is a guys or girls?
That's a guys.
Guys watch, all right. G-Shock, good-looking watch, all right. What's the selling points of a G-Shock?
Oh, they vary anywhere from $90, and then you can go all the way up, but I usually stick around 90 or 75 sometimes, but we'll say 75 to 150 typically.
So why would someone want a G-Shock watch? What makes it different than other ones?
Oh, well, durability.
Durability?
Oh, yeah.
Tell the story where the twins found a watch up in the woods or something last time. Say, I do pay attention.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So my girls have a G-Shock watch.
Right.
And they were playing up in our woods.
Mm-hmm.
And we found it at Easter, probably about a year later. I mean, it's been through winter,
snow,
rain,
snow,
everything, and it was still running.
Still running.
Yeah, cleaned it up. She still wears it.
There you go.
It still runs.
So there's this one for the guys. It's gray with a black face. I can get that up a little bit closer there. And there's the G-Shock. Again, we got a bunch of them. Remember, as Sherry told us, it took a long time to get them back in because supply and demand, I guess COVID or whatever. Yeah. It was a long while getting them. So now we got them back in. They're made by, do you say Casio or Casio?
Casio.
Casio. All right, there's that one. All right, let's go to this one right here. And tell us about this G-Shock.
So that one is black with red accent. It's a digital.
Okay. Price point on that one is
$99.
$99 right there for that, folks.
Good looking watch.
It is a good looking watch. Guys or girls? Who wears that?
Guys.
Guys wear that one. Okay.
Of course, I guess some girls could too. You've got girls that like the bigger face. And
if you're a Cyclone fan or a Tennessee fan, check out the orange band and the black face. So there you go. This would be a Cyclone watch, I guess, or a Tennessee watch. And price point on this one would be what?
Price point on this is $130.
$130 for that one, folks. That's a Tennessee or a Cyclone watch. Guys or girls?
Guys.
Guys. Because I guess girls wear it too, right? They want it. And it's $130. Okay. What's next?
I got some baby G's.
Let me put this right over here.
This one's digital and analog. And
a baby G.
Yep.
For the ladies.
For the ladies. And
turquoise.
It's $120.
$120. Got them in stock. We're laying away now. We have a very generous and flexible and liberal layaway blend, to say the least. So make a payment once a month. It's not a problem. So this is $130. What do you have to do to hold it? 10%?
Yeah.
So $13 to put this in layaway for Christmas in 103 days. How about that? Can't beat it, folks.
Nope.
All right.
A lot of nurses wear G-Shocks too.
A lot of nurses wear G-Shocks. All right, here's another one. Another kind of a, not necessarily turquoise, but it's kind of a off green, I guess, lime green. So there it is.
And that one's $99.
$99. So $10 lays away to Christmas, folks. Cannot beat it. And am I right? And this is not a sales ploy, but am I right in saying that a lot of these may get tough to get? A little close to the holidays.
They could. I mean, we never know.
You never know. So,
yeah.
So why would you not come in and just plunk down the money now for $10 and lay this away? So, and pay on it. Make once a month payment. Or just come in, buy it, and say, I got a Snoop at the house, so we'll just leave it in the safe for you till you come out and get it at Christmas or whenever. So here's an all white with a kind of rose face. Yep. That's a good looking watch there. Price point is
$120.
$120. See, folks, they got lots here to offer. The old G-Shocks here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different styles, and it's got a whole case full of them. So, for the lack of time, we're not going to show you all of them, but gave you enough. Let me run that for you one more time. There's that one, the white with the rose face. There's the off green with the black face. There's the off green band. Here's the baby G with the turquoise and the white face. Okay. Here's the guy's side now, or it could be girls, but it's the black with the red face, digital. All right. Here's one that's kind of, what would you call that? Pewter, kind of a pewter color, gray.
Yes, Army blue.
Army blue. There you go. Army blue, she said. There you go. And then if you're a Cyclone fan or a Tennessee fan, here it is. Black face and orange band. What'd you say this was?
$130.
$130, folks. Yep. I don't wear a watch, but I'd get this one because I like that, but I don't wear one. So, do you have pocket watches? Can you still get? Is that still something that people used to wear a pocket watch all the time?
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah,
I've got people ask for them.
It's not really in style, but
no.
But
I can order them. I can get them.
Yeah. There's your orange bracelet. The orange wristband and the black face of the G-Shock. Got them in stock here at the Jeweler's Bench. So, again, wrapping this thing up, we'll get into social media in a second. All these different jewelry stores, John, so we figured about 10 or 12 different jewelry stores in the Tri-Cities. Why Jeweler's Bench?
We treat you like family.
Very much coming over. We get to do show number 1700 at the Jeweler's Bench here in Elizabethton. So back with 1701 tomorrow. Obviously, we're going to be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City tomorrow. And then Thursday we'll be at Lingerfeld. No, Thursday we'll be at Double C Western Supply. And Friday we'll be at Food City here in Elizabethton, kicking off the weekend. So we will reconvene with you again at 6:15 tonight for Lady Cyclone Volleyball. I want to say thanks again. So, again, appreciate you giving us a watch, and we'll rejoin you again, as we said, coming up again at 6:15 tonight for Lady Cyclone Volleyball. Until then, we say, as always, bloom where you're planted and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 1700 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show here on this Tuesday at the Jeweler's Bench in Elizabethton. So long, everybody.